literally this shit. Hey there, YouTubers! Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Maxwell Starr. Tonight, we got a kind of a half BYOB. Hi, Greg. Half BYOB, half normal BA 101, and only one viewer so far of,
Hi, Lee.
Well, this.
Oh, Jamie.
All flavors of Bud Light. We're just going to get this last one summer beer out of the way as we finish up the month of August. So, without further ado, let's introduce who we have with us. It's starting with the Greg himself. Hi, Greg. How you doing, Greg? And hi, Greg.
I'm here, Nick. And look, I'm first for once. Yay,
You're
me.
actually first for once.
Yes.
That weirded me out.
Make a joke about first time coming first.
We just have to tell you that we're starting earlier than we actually are, and then you might show up on time.
We have a family member. We have to do that. We always have to tell them that, it's an hour earlier. They show up on time.
That sounds like my sister.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, we won't resort to insulting Lee's crazy sister. But anyways, am I introducing my beer now? I forgot how this show works. I haven't been on this before.
Yeah, well, first of all, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. I'm a little bit sore from doing exercise and biking. Well, mostly from biking, my butt hurting. You'll see the video of my butt hurting later on today. But I brought several beers. But to start, because it matches my shirt, I got Bud Light Seltzer Passion Fruit.
Ooh.
But I've also got a mango, and I've also got a lime. So that's 3 beers, which will all be tried on their own. And then, of course, cuvées shall be had. And I've got my cuvée kit here. It is my Molson Coors beer glasses. And I'm gonna do this my best with it. I don't want to drop any of these, but there's 12 glasses in here, all the same size, all Molson Coors, since we're reviewing a Molson Coors product. And so we can do lots of cuvées. So let the cuvée
Coors
begin.
Product. Not a Molson product, a Molson Coors product.
Exactly.
Nice. Alrighty, so
you are such a fucking nerd.
Bear with me because can anybody hear me okay? My headset cut out.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. All right, so thank you, Greg. It'll be interesting seeing how you can
cuvée this shit.
Fuck this all up. All right, Lady Lee. Hi, Lady Lee. How you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm good. I am good. I am finally over that stupid cold that I had for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I'm still stuffy and I have a cough, but everything else is good, so I'm happy. But I'm good. So since Greg is doing the passion fruit and the mango, I'm going to do the blue raspberry and the strawberry.
Ooh.
And then I can also mix up all of these.
Wait,
because I also have the other
two. Was a Coors.
I was going to say that was a random Coors beer.
Was it? Oh, yeah. Shit. That's hilarious. I didn't see it. I just grabbed it with the section. So anyways, I'll do strawberry.
There you go.
There you go.
Where did that come from? That's hilarious.
Well, I have a glass for you. Let me pass it to you. There we go. I think I'm passing in the right direction. Yay!
The wrong direction.
So which one was that one again? That's the seltzer, the strawberry.
Yeah. And I can mix the other ones up. So I will mix the other ones up.
Oh, yeah. Cuvée that shit.
And Greg, what was yours again?
Well, I have a lime, a passion fruit, and a mango. I don't have to review them all, but I brought them all. So if you want me to do one, I can do one, or I can review them all, whatever.
Yeah, I think for this episode, I don't really care. Just do whatever.
All right.
I only bought one flavor, but we'll talk about that in a second. And thank you, Lady Lee, by the way. Let's go over to Mr. Ashley Sexton, who's joining us for the first time in a while. How you doing, Ashley?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing great. Thanks. Hope everyone's doing awesome. Everyone out there not watching the videos, but maybe you will one day.
Whenever you watch it, I hope you're doing good.
Maybe you will.
Watching your videos.
Sexton's grandkids are going to watch this at his funeral.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Well, it was a good run. There we go. Anyways, yeah, I didn't even think to bring any of that fun shit. I just brought Bud Light because really that's oddly enough, I haven't been drinking too much beer, but when I've been going on my camping trips and had a few weekends off, I'm actually finding myself grabbing macro light lagers, like Miller Lite a few times and a few others. But so yeah, I've just been drinking a lot of light beer this summer. But I hadn't had Bud Light, and I hate Budweiser, so I'm sure I'm going to hate this too. But at least it stays in the theme of the beers I've been drinking lately. So I actually have a good thing to compare against.
That's a Pride can.
And that this is a Pride can. Yes.
That's awesome.
Makes Lady Lee happy.
Well, you know what? At least somebody here is doing the OG.
There we go.
All right. Okay, so the next one I got to introduce. I'm going to put me up here anyway, so because I'm going to talk after this, but we have a screen to share because we have a digital presence. There's somebody who cannot be with us tonight, and that is, of course, the Beard guy in the wife beating tank top here. Let's.
Well, he is in North Bay.
Yeah.
What's going down, people of the anal?
Kind of quiet. Hear it?
I brought
He's echoey.
Mango Bear, also called Bud Light Mango. Good to be here and stuff and things, and hope that people enjoy these beers. One of the white beers, and I think that's generally the sure choice of drinkers of this beer.
All right. At least he kind of admitted having the wife beater shirt on. All right. Everybody's muted. Okay, so
Got my flag on.
Carrie was echoey as fuck, so I muted just in case it was something I was doing.
And now you're really
I
loud.
probably have to. I'm going to go grab a headset here in a second, but it's probably me. All right, so I might as well talk about my beer, which, hey, Bud Light Lime. Yay. I'll get into my history with this one in a second, but yeah, I'm doing fine. I bought the lime version because I actually went out and bought a 12-pack of this because in summer it was really freaking hot for a while there, and you know what? I love a good lime beer, and it's been a long time since I have had this one. So without further ado, let's get into what little of a history I actually concocted for tonight. I didn't really put much thought into this one. I just decided just to grab the history from the previous Budweiser episode we did because it's pretty much all the same, except for when they introduced Bud Light, sorry. So we've already covered Anheuser-Busch a lot on this channel. Won't go too deep. Anheuser-Busch began as a Bavarian brewery. That's the Bavarian brewery in St. Louis, Missouri, opened in 1852 by George Snyder and bought out by Eberhard Anheuser in 1860. Adolphus Busch came along shortly after, marrying into Anheuser's family, and began working for Anheuser following the war. War as in the Civil War. Adolphus Busch would assume control of the brewery after the death of Anheuser and would lead the brewery into the 20th century. And of course, more recently, in November of 2008, Anheuser-Busch was subject to a hostile takeover and merged with Belgian brewing conglomerate InBev, best known for their beer Stella Artois. And there's the wife beater for you. And is now known as AB InBev, the world's largest brewing conglomerate, the biggest organization of breweries in the world. So Bud Light was originally introduced as Budweiser Light back in 1982, and it changed its name to Bud Light in 1984. So this is a very 80s kind of name of a beer. It's been around forever. They introduced, I guess, what you call the modern iteration of flavored beers, starting, I believe, with this one in 2008 as Bud Light Lime. They followed it up with a bunch of other ones, like 2015, they came out with Bud Light Apple. Like Redbeard's got the Bud Light Mango. There's a strawberry lemonade. Just, I think, was it 2020, they introduced the Bud Light Seltzer line. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Bud Light. There's probably nothing really more I could say about it. All right, so without further ado, does anybody want to volunteer to read the comments here?
I can read the comments. There's not that many.
All right, you read comments. I'll go ahead.
All right, Lee Russell. What up? What's next week's beer? The next one, Lee Russell. Glad Ashley likes the alphabet people. Me too, Lee. Me too. Lee Russell. Did Carrie do his videos from under the water? Lee Hardy. Yes. Lee Russell. I'm eating Tostitos mini rounds with a hint of lime. So basically Budweiser with lime. Lee Hardy. But is it light? Lee Russell. Kinda. Lee Russell. Well, until I dunk it in salsa. Well, then it's not Budweiser. I mean, then it's not Bud Light.
Salsa or
It's salsa.
salsa?
I'll say if it's close enough to Bud Light, you should just come on the show and review it.
Yeah, there you go. We know that didn't happen. Anyway, all right. So I have a headset again. Yay! No more echo.
Yay, the IT guy figured it out.
All right. Well, the IT guy should have figured out that he should probably plug the headset in to charge the battery. So the Bluetooth headset. And so, yay, good old wired headset. Now I have to put this thing down to go pee again. All right. Say that for later. All right. So, let's cycle back around with everybody we have here and say, Greg.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, Greg.
I already finished my sample of Bud Light Lime. So yeah, we're doing history. So I do have an interesting history of this because way back in the day when my wife and I went to Vegas, so this is 2010, something like that, long time ago. We had been spending an awful lot of money in Vegas. So we are kind of looking, okay, we need to find cheap places to eat because like every nice restaurant there is it's like $100 US for the two of us to eat. And we didn't want to spend that much money. So we found this pizza place that had a really good deal. You got like 2 slices of pizza plus a Bud Light Lime on draft for like $3. Like it was stupid.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, this is our lunch place that we're just going to save all this money at. And I never tried Bud Light Lime. I'm like, this stuff's not bad. It's it's just a limey beer. And I had no interest in craft beer then. I don't even think I knew what it was. So this was kind of like a introduction to a flavored beer for me before I even knew I liked beer, but it was just like, hey, it comes with a pizza. It's a great deal. So, we're not reviewing it yet. So yeah, that's my history with that. I mean, I've probably had it once or twice over the years. Actually, I did buy I used to every once in a while buy a case of it because you get it duty free, like dirt cheap for, I think it was like $8 a 12 pack or something like that of it. So like the small cans, but still. So yeah, it was dirt cheap, but I haven't had it in quite some time. The other two I have never had. I don't normally go for seltzers or mixed whatever drinks or vodka tonics or whatever the fuck they're all called. Not usually my thing. So these are new to me. Yay. Classic, Nick. Classic.
Nice. You're welcome. Just had to add punctuation to your thing. All right.
It works.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Lately. Lately, what's your history with El Bud Lighto?
You know what's funny? I can't think of a time where I've drank Bud Light. There must have been a time in college where it was just given to me where I had it, but there's no actual recollection of drinking Bud Light. So, yeah, history. That's it. That's all I got.
Yay.
I've had Bud, but I cannot remember having Bud Light.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's just one of those beers that just never came my way. But mind you, I never went out and bought beer, and I didn't really drink beer, so it makes sense that there's certain beers that I avoided over the years.
It's probably one, maybe you've had it in passing, didn't know what it was, kind of shit.
Yeah, like back in the day when I was first drinking, like first 19 or whatever, or even younger, when you go to people's places and all the people have like leftover alcohol. I probably had it at some point then, but I don't have an actual memory or recollection of it. So that's about it. That's as exciting as it gets.
Yay. All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to the Sexton. Mr. Sexton, what's your history with Bud Light?
Oh, I was worried there for a second because there was a Google call coming in and it was going to be audible right behind me, but they got it upstairs before you gave me on. So, you know what? I honestly didn't think I had any history of Bud Light at all. And then, because why would I? And then, no, honestly, I detested Budweiser, since I was in high school. I just couldn't drink it then. So there was no reason for me to ever buy Budweiser or Bud Light or whatever. So anyways, but I guess there was a time, because I scanned the code on my the app or whatever the fuck this thing's called. And yeah, I had it in July 20th, 2017. And I wrote, and whatever. I won't tell you what I gave it. But what I wrote was only option available at the bar in Boston Airport. because their lines are being clean. Fuck my life. So I was. That's when I went to my corporate head office for an operational assignment, and I must have been flying back. So yeah. So there we go. It's been a hot minute since I've had this beer.
Wow. It's just like, yeah, Bud Light. It's the one you have when there's literally nothing else to drink.
It was the only option I had.
Wow, and it's the only option. This is the beer to drink. Wow. All right. Thank you, Ashley. Let's I'll put me up first. Let's bring our digital representation of fake beard here. White beater beard. Let's go.
Wow, your beard.
Go.
History.
Oh, it sounds a lot better.
I think I might have had one can of this beer. This beer has actually been in my fridge for a little while. It does say F22 on it, so buck 22. I don't know. I don't think it's that old. It should still retain whatever extra artificial flavor they put into it. I have had other ones. I had one of the peach ones. I think
It's June 22. That's not that old.
I've had the lime. I've had OG Bud Light. Good times. But yeah, that's my histoire.
All right. So that's your dose of red beard for the moment.
Oh, good.
And I will talk about my history with the beer. So, yeah, when I first started doing beer reviews, it was kind of around that time when all of the random flavors started to pop in, like, or I should say, like random flavors of different beer. Like everybody was coming out making their own line beer, basically. So anything that came out, even if I didn't really like Bud Light, it was like, you know, popular for people to watch, so I'd buy it. So back in the day, like where's my list of videos? I've had Bud Light Lime was actually one of my oldest beer reviews. It was review number 37, 11 years ago on the old yellow stove. I've had Bud Light Platinum, which is that one that used to be like the I think the higher ABV version of Bud Light that came in a metal can, a metal bottle.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
Why not just call that Budweiser then? The fuck.
They had the grapefruit Radler and the lemonade
Lemon
Radler from Bud Light. And they had the Bud Light Apple. And of course the regular Bud Light. I've had that before too. And I'm willing to bet that I probably had Bud Light the original the first time way back, like in the early 2000s or late 90s or something. Like Scott Myers' fridge, or Scott bought a bunch of them. It's probably something I was curious about and just tried.
R.I.P. Scott Myers.
Yeah, like yeah, rest in peace, Scott Myers. He's not actually dead. He doesn't like us anymore. Actually, the worst one I'd ever had of the whole bunch, and Lee, if he's watching still, he probably remembers this, but Bud Light Lime Mojito. For a brief hot minute one summer, I think it's summer 2012, I think, they came out with a Bud Light Lime Mojito version, which was like, it was Bud Light Lime, but it had a little bit of mint added. But the thing is, it was kind of a gross kind of mint. This stuff literally tasted like drinking toothpaste. It was. I took a sip of it. It was like the worst thing ever. It's still one of the worst reviewed beers on my channel.
They have the one with the clamato juice in it too, or tomato juice.
Yeah, there's a Bud Light Clamato.
Yeah,
I've had that one too. I just I think
I wanted to get the peach and the mango and the strawberry, and they were all available last week. And then when I looked this week, they were barely available. So I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw that one, or the
Bud Light Lime Raspberita. Remember that? The Raspberitas or the Limeade Rita.
Okay, I think
yeah, I remember Limerita. I never put that in my body. My God, no. But I remember the advertising.
In my body.
My God, I'm just looking at like the list of Bud Light products on
Chelada.
Just ridiculous. Yes, the Chelada, the one with clamato juice in it.
Yeah, I could be curious to taste it only because like I remember having that at someone's place where you put beer and then you put clamato in it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. What the fuck's it called?
A red eye.
It's a red eye, yeah. Yeah, but then you can spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like a Caesar.
Yeah. Make it a Caesar. Just do Bud Light instead of Caesar. Or sorry, vodka.
Alrighty, so
I still wouldn't use this beer for that. Fuck that. Anyways,
I'm going to put myself out here. Redbeard's already talked to it as the thing. So, yeah, let's actually, I'll put Lee up here and continue reading comments.
Comment reading time.
Promise you,
Where am I? Lee Russell. It's okay, Nick. You've only been doing this for years.
Yeah, well,
Good beer reviews. Good evening, folks.
Hey, Craig. Hey,
cheers,
how's
Craig.
it going? Cheers, Craig.
Lee Russell. Hello, Craig. Ket beer reviews. Cheers, Lee, mate. I couldn't say it in an English accent because I'm terrible at it, but it's there.
Cheers, Governor.
Lee Russell. Carrie found his Bud Light Mango in the woods. Lee Russell. Bud Light Platinum is a perfect example of why nobody should ever give them money. Bud Light Mojito is one of my best
Never should have
reviews,
given you Bud Light's money.
as it was trash. Clamato 2. Purge garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Lee Russell. Lee, you never want any of those things. Kent beer reviews. Fortunately, the UK doesn't get all these varieties of concern. Lee Russell. The UK is not totally hopeless then. Western Canadian beer reviews. Hey, Dan. That's a
Hi,
good
Dan.
thing.
All right.
Hey, Dan.
UK
Good
actually
for the
is
chat
showing
thing if we say anything bad about him.
UK actually is showing more class than North America. Kent beer reviews almost in every other way, Lee.
Alrighty, so let's pan back out, and yeah, I might have to go get another can. This is my second can of Bud Light Lime. I'm not saying it's a world class beer or anything. It's just it's going down.
Oh, it's world class. They can put it on the can. Maxwell Stars beer reviews.
I don't understand how that can be beer if I'm drinking the base, and I don't think this is beer.
Orge.
He likes the lime beer. The lime flavor got it right.
It's the flavoring.
It's
It
not beer.
really is the flavoring that makes the beer in this shit. Like, well, the
Yeah,
base
I
beer is just fucking water.
Nick just wants an alcoholic lime drink, is what he's looking for.
Yeah, well,
It's fine.
cold, easy drinking alcoholic lime drink in the summertime.
Oh
He
man,
likes his lime flavor.
I got a recipe for you, man. I'll tell you later. Oh,
Ashley has a recipe.
Hey,
Stay tuned.
and Greg has a coolie. Alrighty,
he's got
so-
12 apparently.
I'm working my way through all my Coovies. Well,
All right.
if I do the math, there's only actually 7 possibilities here. So
I saved some from one. I'm just gonna mix them all together.
So I'm gonna just quickly jot what I think down. So alrighty, so we ready to go over the merry-go-round one more time?
let's do it.
All right, so let's go up to Greg, who gets to go first. And Greg, hi, Greg.
Hello.
What you think about your beers?
So I've gone through all the cuvées. So far I've done lime, passion fruit, mango. Of the base beers, I like the lime. It's my favorite. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's a passable beer. I think it's a beer, as in like a lime beverage beer, but it's got what it promises. It tastes like lime. I do somehow remember this tasting more like lime, but that could be my fuzzy memory. But it does seem like in my mind anyway, they've dulled the flavor a little bit, shockingly. But I still like this beer. It's not bad. It's a low end of good for me. And again, pool beer. You'd want to drink this in a hot day. You probably wouldn't want to drink this in the winter or when you're just in a bad mood, because this might put you in a worse mood. I don't know. But plus
I put
I'm
Ashley in a worse mood.
sorry.
I would put Ashley in a worse mood.
Well, yeah, for sure. I do wonder if you just knock back a whole bunch of these, like if you session them. It's not a ton of alcohol. It's only 4%, but I do wonder if all the flavoring, like the fake flavor crap, would give you a nice hangover the next day. I wonder. But anyway, so that's my favorite. So basically, I just jotted down quickly. I'd give the lime a 6. I'd give each of these seltzers. So passion fruit, I really get little to no taste from it. I give it a 5. It's a bare pass. It's alcoholic. It's got some tiny bit of flavor. The mango I like slightly more, but I'm still going with a 5. Like it's just a tiny bit more because the flavor's there, but I'm not sure how much I like it. Like I liked it on first sip, and after every other sip, I'm like, It's kind of weird fake mango flavor. I'm not loving it. So to me, they're both bare passes for, again, just something alcoholic to drink by the pool. Again, I would always recommend to most people just buy a bottle of vodka and mix it with whatever you want. But that's just me. In terms of cuvées, Bud Lime. So which one? I think I have this here. I don't even know which is which. Okay, so this is Bud Lime mixed with passion fruit. For whatever reason, the Bud Light, and it's 50-50 mix, the Bud Light lime disappears. All you taste is the passion fruit. I get no lime from this whatsoever. And it's the same thing with this one. I mix the mango with the Bud Light lime. Lime's completely gone. I wouldn't even know it's in there. Other than the slight color change, I wouldn't even know there's Bud Light lime in here. The seltzer completely takes over flavor-wise. And then when I mix the two seltzers together, I'd give each of these a 5. They're not great. They're basically taste the same as the seltzer. You'd have to add more Bud Lime to get the lime, I suppose. When you mix the two flavors together, the seltzer, actually you get both of them. So it's a reasonable 50-50 mix of the two of them. I would actually say when you first taste it, the passion fruit comes out more, and the mango is on the tongue when you swallow. And of course, yes, of course. Patience. Of course, we got to mix all three of them. So we got Bud Light Lime. I'm going to try to do about 33% mix of each. I'll see how successful I am. Passion fruit. And then mango.
By the way, Bud Light is a Labatt product.
Yeah, that was the joke.
Oh, okay. I went weird with my head. I can't tell the difference.
It's all basically chopping mall. I must add a little bit more lime in this one because I do taste the lime in this one.
Or maybe you just didn't put lime in the other one.
It's just like the passion fruit cancels out the lime, the mango cancels out the lime, but if you combine passion fruit and mango, they cancel out each other and bring out the lime.
Science, bitch. That wasn't derogatory. I was just watching Breaking Bad, so
yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, so the mango in this triple cuvee, the mango definitely disappears. It's definitely being Eiffel Towered by the passion fruit and the lime. So, you know what? Actually, of the three, the three together is kind of the most enjoyable to me. Because you do actually get some of the lime, but I'm still going with my thing. I think all their flavors. This is my favorite one, mainly because it's a beer, which I tend to like, even though it's not really a beer, but we're gonna pretend. I would actually like to. I would, out of curiosity, Jen, to torture myself, like to try their other beer flavored things and see what they taste like. This is the only 3 products they had in the store I went to, so I just assumed, I guess the other flavors are under the seltzer line. But I've been educated that apparently you can get them in beer form too. So yay me! I got a bright future.
So it's mango, pineapple, lime, and strawberry lemonade. Were the 4 that they came out this summer.
I don't know if I see them. I'm going to try them just for my own curiosity.
It just went quiet.
Good job, man. Good job.
It's almost like Greg. Maybe Greg actually froze.
I was trying to freeze, but then I had to blink eventually.
Oh, this is anyway. All right, so
I can play with my feet if you want.
Right. All right. So
Do it.
Okay, Lily.
Foot fetish.
Lily, your turn.
Okay, so I got the strawberry of the Bud Light seltzers and the other flavors, but I'm doing this one. It's like I find so I've had like a lot of seltzers because I do like seltzers because they're not as sweet as like the other canned beverages you get, and it's only been like in the recent little bit that I've been exploring craft beers. So compared to a seltzer, it's kind of interesting because I found that like at White Claw's like the big one that started kind of making seltzers popular. And someone says it tastes like static. And there's a bit of truth behind that because like when you drink it, you can like taste. There's like a taste of something, but you don't know what it is. Just how it makes your mouth feel. This doesn't have that, which I kind of enjoy because I do enjoy like White Claws, but I don't enjoy that like static feeling taste. Um, so this one does have a leg up on it. But my issue is it's almost just drinking like club soda and vodka. Like the flavor that's in it is very like it's hardly there. Like this is the strawberry and usually strawberry like it's a strong enough flavor that usually you can get something out of it. It's not like when you try to put watermelon or something where watermelon like barely tastes like anything. Um this is something that has potential to taste like strawberry and it very faintly does. It's a very kind of tiny strawberry taste. I don't taste much of it, but it's not bad. It goes down really easy. I do enjoy it. So style for the seltzer, again because the strawberry flavor is not there. I'm just gonna kind of drop it down to a 6 because it's like very background. I wish there was like a little bit more strawberry, but for personal enjoyment, I'm gonna give it a 7. It does taste it goes down easy. It does taste good. Like it's not a bad tasting thing if you like this kind of stuff. Yeah.
That was what 7 for personal enjoyment and what for the style?
6. And then I have the mixture of all 3 flavors. So I have fruit, passion fruit, mango, and strawberry. It actually smells really good. I'm not mixing
Like
beer in it
water.
though, so it's not like I'm just mixing flavors. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I find that the flavors are kind of barely there, so I can taste it. It tastes good, and absolutely, like you could totally mix these because it's seltzers with just different fruits. So you could absolutely like have your field day if you're getting bored of the flavors. Um, but again, like I just wish there was more flavor. Like that's all. Like it almost tastes like the same as the strawberry, and I have all 3 mixed in here. So yeah.
All right. Okay, so Lately has spoken. Let's thank you for that. You done? All right. Cool. Thank you. Let's move over to Ashley Sexton. I'm pretty sure wants to just chug the rest of that glass.
Yeah, it's like one of the well, I mean, unfortunately for the beer, when I got it, I sort of left it in the car when I came inside. So it was like in the car for about a half hour, and then it really only got to chill down for another 25 minutes. So whatever. I mean, when I bought it, it was cold, so it still had a chilled. It was still chilled a little bit, but this beer still really fucking sucks, man. This is real garbage shit. Like this is bad. Like
Spirit of the party, and it's depressed.
I mean, I shit on beer a lot, and I get it, but like this is really bad. This is a really bad representation of beer. I had a beer last week, and I don't buy a lot of craft, and like lately, I haven't been buying a whole bunch, so I picked out like a few that I hadn't seen, and had a really bad craft beer, and it really bummed me out. So, I mean, I'm not really bummed out that this is really bad. I expected this to be bad. And yeah, there's a lot better light options out there. There's so many more 4% options that you can get. And I can understand why the beer market is eroding into the seltzer market because of beers like this. This is what's happened is the flavor of beer has eroded so much. Seriously though, but when you think about it, the Bud Light and the Coors Light segment, those ultra light beer segments are huge, and they're just eroding right into the seltzer market, right? Because this shit doesn't taste like beer. So people weren't even they're just drinking the light beer because it was just something light to drink, and it didn't taste like beer. You know what I mean? So now they're drinking seltzers because that shit doesn't taste like beer either.
Exactly.
Well, it's vodka.
So
the beer is so light, the flavor of the beer doesn't get in the way of the fruit flavor, and then of course the seltzer is just sparkling water, so it's the same fucking shit pretty much.
So anyways, I mean, it's Bud Light has been a very successful brand forever. So I mean, for style, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's done so well. People drink this shit en masse. Like this is what they devote their weekends to. But for personal preference, I'm going to match my score at the airport, which I gave it a 1 out of 5. So I guess that's a 2 out of 10. Whatever. There's no brewing faults, but it's
Gross.
really shit.
It's a 1 out of 5 for. Oh, that's 1 out of 5. So that's
2 out of 10.
2
Yeah.
out of 10.
That's for style or both.
Oh fuck, whatever you want to call it, man.
All right. I'm gonna,
No. For style, I gave it a 5 out of 10 for style. It's a light beer. Nothing wrong with it. I don't like the taste, but personal preference, yeah, 2 out of 10.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
Cheers.
Sexton. Cheers. Now you can check the rest of that shit. Down the hatch. All right, so let's go to share screen and bring up.
No thanks.
Sit. I have to hit the share audio prompt here. So let's go to Beardo.
You're here. Come on. I can't lie.
Tasty.
This is actually really tasty. The mango flavor is there in a big way, even though I assume it's just extra artificial. But this is probably way worse for you than some actual craft beer that had mango. But I can't deny it's very tasty. So, as like a fruited Bud Light, I'm assuming that's kind of what the style is tonight. A fruited adjunct kind of thing. Style-wise, it's a 10. Like, they did a fantastic job with this. It's legitimately very tasty. Enjoyment? I'm going to go like 8.
Not really.
Regular Bud Light, I want to say would be like a 4 or 5. So, yeah, they have improved on their shitty macro crap by doing fruity things with it. And with that said, thanks for kind of having me, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of.
The fuck? Oh, that's actually in the video. What the hell? That was actually in the video. Like, anyway, whatever. All right, so thank you, Fruit Beard. Let's go to me, and I'll finish this off.
Hi, Nick.
Basically,
You finished us all off, Nick.
Yeah.
oh yeah, baby. I'll finish it off.
Nick got his octopus arm implants.
Nice and slow. All right. Well, I mean, the cannon's probably a good diameter, isn't it, Riley? All right. So,
Wow. I thought that was gonna be aimed at me, but no, you went in Lee's direction. Wow.
all right. So, yeah. But you can see my face going red. All right. So Bud Light Lime. I gotta admit, I actually do like this beer. Bud Light sucks to me. Like, it's almost like a beer that's dead to me. I don't really want to try it. This beer, Bud Light Lime, is one I would consider buying a 12-pack of, because, well, I mean, I can get a 12-pack of. Basically, the beer is so flavorless that it's a delivery vessel for the fruit flavor.
Food flavor.
The fruit flavors that we discussed, and when Ashley was talking, like, or I think Lee was talking, it's like, when it comes to, like, I guess the seltzers, just sparkling water, like, this is like the flavor of beer. If you hate the flavor of beer, then you're probably gonna like this, because all it is fucking lime. But the good thing is that the fruit flavors they do use in this are actually pretty good. Like, I've got myself another can next to me of Sleeman's Lime Beer, which is their Clear 2.0. And theoretically, on paper, the base beer of this one is clearly superior to Bud Light. But the lime flavor they have on this thing isn't nearly as good. Which is kind of sucks, because technically, like, I would have thought this be the better beer, but Bud Light Lime's got a better lime flavor to it. It actually tastes like a real lime. It's not that this doesn't taste like. It's almost like a sweeter lime, but it's so lost in the sudsy sparkling water. Like, you know that taste that club soda has?
Yeah.
It tastes like club soda light lime.
That's what the
But it's
seltzers
bearing it.
taste like.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's almost like the thing is that there's not nearly enough lime flavor on here, and
The peach
it's
one's good.
not the best lime flavor either. Whereas I find that the lime flavor strikes me just the right way on the Bud Light Lime,
Oh my.
which it never really did before. Maybe it's improved over the years.
This is getting sexual. Jeez.
I will say it pales in comparison to my recollection and my nostalgia for Moosehead used to have the Moosehead lime, which light lime, which kind of tasted like lime Fruit Loops, and I missed the fuck out of that beer because that was like my summer crusher back in like the 2010, 2011. Like I would just buy a case of that and just chug them on a fucking warm summer night. This one comes close, but it's not perfect. I would give this one a 6.5 for the style and a 6 for overall enjoyment. I mean, I drink them. There's no problem me finishing off the entire pack. I think that I'm getting close to the bottom, and this is of the pack I have. And these, I think I'm maybe I've gone through 2 tonight, and I think I've only got like 2 left. So who knows? I may end up buying more. One thing I do know is that the Sleeman is not as good, but I'm kind of curious because I want to see if a Cuvée improves on them. So let's see.
Cuvée always improving.
Does the better base beer improve the superior lime flavor?
I'm going to say no. Let's see.
Wow, negative Sexton
Oh.
strikes again.
Oh, I don't have a lot of faith in Sleeman products.
Yeah. Actually, the this actually improved it a little.
Oh, there you go.
The lime flavoring in the Bud Light Lime is powerful enough that it accentuates the flavors in this. I don't get that weird soda water, sweet lime that this one has, but I find it a little more breadier, like where it actually has a little bit better of beer flavor.
I wish I had some beer flavor in my beer.
Well, that's just it. When you're splitting hairs when you're talking about beer flavor.
Your facial expression just made that comment because you just had this like.
Technically speaking, there's no beer flavor in any of this shit, really.
No one had a beer tonight.
Not even this one. Nobody had a beer tonight.
No one had a beer tonight. Not yet. Jesus.
All right.
Actually,
so
I had a fake beer before I came on the show, and that was beer at one point in time, and it had it was de-alcoholized. So there we go. Anyways, sorry.
That's all good. I think I gave mine 6.5 for style, 6 for overall enjoyment. I miss the likes of Moosehead Light Lime because that one was still a light beer, but it was.
See, now if I find the flavored Bud Lights, I'm gonna have to go try them because the seltzers are lacking flavor, which is weird because you'd think that the beer would have less flavor and the seltzers would have more because they're more dedicated to being seltzers, which are supposed to be fruitier, and the Bud Light is supposed to have a Bud Light or like a beer base.
You're just asking for the moon and the stars. So
I'm sorry, okay?
Yeah, temper your damn expectations. This is the beer beverage industry.
I am a woman. My expectations are high.
It's true.
Well, we shouldn't be drinking Bud Light then.
Not wrong.
Ooh, I'll start my orange.
All right, so I'm just gonna explain the whole thing simply like this.
Meh.
Smack do. All right, there's your rating for tonight.
You need Manly just for the soundboards.
The rest of the comments?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Lee Russell says, Lee is the sweetest strawberry of North Bay and not those shitty ditch berries Carrie finds. Thank you. Question mark? Carrie and his damn struggle berries. Dan says, my God, fruited Bud Light is decent? No, it can't be.
Only because the beer flavor doesn't get in the way of the fruit flavor.
Fun fact, Lee Russell. Fun fact, Moosehead Lime also cut up the roof of Nick's mouth like lime Fruit Loops.
I had fucking Honey Nut Cheerios and they cut up the roof of my mouth this morning. What the fuck?
It's because they were old.
The more of the Sleeman I had, the more it tastes like Moosehead Lime. Wow.
Western Canadian reviewer. The seltzers are made with vodka, or do they just use sugar to make the booze? No, they're made with vodka.
Vodka, yeah.
It
Well,
said vodka.
there is sugar in it too. So
Yeah, there's carbonated water, vodka, cane sugar, natural flavor, and citric acid. So
So it is vodka, you say?
yeah, it's vodka. So technically these were not beers, but hey, they're still Bud Light.
You're still using the Bud
And you
Light
know what? Later I'm gonna drink me a
it's fair.
Coors Light.
yeah.
It's fair. You know what? Whatever. Oh, we're talking about my power dumpster again, which that doesn't actually happen.
I'm very happy for Nick's power
Fun
dump.
fact: Nick's power dumps shockwaves go around the globe 3 times.
That sounds like neither fun or a fact. All right.
I
Is
have not.
that fucking radar commenting?
Yep. Well, at least it's not about the beer and Omicron. You know.
Well, it's probably Omicron.
So it's already been asked by somebody who's not been on the channel, but next week's beer is going to be Amsterdam's 3-speed lager.
Oh, can we talk about bikes next week, Nick?
Well, Lee won't be on the chat, so yes.
Yay!
Jamie-
Lately might be. I don't know.
Jamie says hi, Ishkli.
Oh shit! Really? Is Jamie in the chat?
He just said hi.
Urshly.
Ishkli.
Sup, dude?
Ishkli. Ishkli. Here we go, Ishkli.
I went to go visit Ashley a few weeks ago, and I can confirm he's actually a real person and not just CG.
Confirmed.
He doesn't actually have a potato farm in his backyard.
No, he does. He actually does have.
He does. Oh,
I did. Well, yes.
It was harvested by the time I got there. But
You know what? And those potatoes were very well enjoyed on our camping trip.
oh wow.
yeah, where's my free
Nice.
potatoes, Ashley?
Fuck you. You don't get
Did you
my free
ask for
potatoes.
any?
He wasn't
Right.
going to get any.
I just expect them to be sent to me.
Immigrant. I just realized I have to drink these glasses. I keep mixing them, and I'm like, oh my god,
Just plug your nose. And...
they're not
Yeah.
bad. It's just like you said, they're just very middle ground. But I had the mango one, and I agree with him. Like, you have the mango, you drink it at first, you're like, oh, this is good. And then you have the next sip, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
happened to the flavor?
it's not a good building flavor.
No.
Like, after a while, it's like, yeah, I started to think it's a 6 with that, and then I moved it down, and I think I'm probably finalizing that as about a 4. But yeah, Bud Light Lime. I do want to try the other flavors just because I do think their shitty flavors go better with their shitty beer than they do with seltzers. But in my own opinion,
I'm going to have some s'mores Baileys now. Better than any Bud
Ooh.
anything.
wow.
And then Lee Russell says,
It's not wrong.
end the show, mooks. What if we want to keep it going on for another 12 minutes and make
Yeah,
it a
we
full
don't have-
hour, Lee
I
Russell?
don't have Redbeard to slash penis across the screen tonight.
Well,
so
there's always enough penis to go.
you can
on.
always flash your penis. No. I better take it off. All right, so thank you everybody watching. Have a good night.